I want to talk about a cultural note today, talking about names in English and how they're different from names in Spanish. In English, we always have a first name, a middle name, and a last name or a family name or surname, okay? So, for example, the president many years ago, John was his first name, Fitzgerald, his middle name, Kennedy was his last name. We always have two, as you would call them, first names, but we always have a first name and a middle name. We only have one last name in most cases. In Spanish, you have a first name. Sometimes you have two. For example, Francisco, it could be Francisco Javier. You have your father's last name, Gonzalez, and then your mother's last name, Perez. All right. So you almost always have two last names, and sometimes two here, but usually one. Whereas we always have two here and one here. But what happens when you get married? In Mexico, if Francisco Javier Gonzalez Perez married Maria Sanchez Gonzalez, okay, her name doesn't change. Her name is exactly the same after she's married. Her name is still Maria, what did I say? Sanchez Gonzalez, okay? It doesn't change. Usually in the US and in the UK, if a woman marries, her name changes. So, if I have Mary Denise Smith, who falls in love, okay, and she gets married to John David Carter, okay, what happens to her name, okay? After she gets married, her name will most likely be Mary Denise Carter, okay? She will lose this last name and she will take the last name of her husband, all right? This doesn't always happen anymore, but many, many cases, or the majority, when a woman marries in the United States or in the UK, the woman will take her husband's last name, okay? You do not keep your family name, okay? And this family name is your father's last name, but you don't keep it, you change it.